And welcome back to another video. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded. I've been a bit busy, but I've found some time to record and upload some videos, so here I am. So for this video, we have Kratos from the Ghost of Sparta video game and Heimdall from God of War Ragnarok. So let's get straight to it. Intelligence. Kratos, while not being an idiot, isn't nearly as smart as Heimdall, not to mention this is Kratos very, very, very early on in his godhood, when he kind of became a god, but it wasn't really like permanent, or wasn't really fully, like, he didn't become a full god. Because I'm pretty sure because at the end of the Ghost of Sparta, Athena's like, well, now I'll make you a full god. So this is again a very young Kratos here. Heimdall, again, this is years and years after the events of God of Ghost of Sparta. Not to mention being the god of foresight and all that sort of stuff kind of does make you a bit more intelligent or aware of how things go. Fighting ability, battle IQ, no question there, no question there. So for fighting ability and battle IQ, again, this is Kratos. Again, even if this is a young Kratos we're dealing with, he's not losing battle IQ unless he's going against an older version of himself at this point. Or Athena. And even that's debatable. So I don't think anyone's going to argue with me on that point. And for strength, Heimdall's not weak, but he's the weakest of the sons of Odin. And Kratos at this point, if we're taking him from the end of Ghost of Sparta, he was able to overpower Thanatos, who is practically on par with Zeus. So I definitely say strength edge goes to Kratos. Speed. Well, if we're talking reaction speed and all that, that's a bit. I'd probably give that to I'm going to give reaction speed. Obviously goes to Heimdall, right? Movement speed and all that sort of stuff. I'm going to give a slight speed edge to Heimdall for that. Durability. Heimdall is more or less a glass cannon, and people have said that before, and it's true. The guy has tremendous attack potency, but it does not take much to really hurt him. He's kind of like Hermes. He is very similar to Hermes, right? Hermes can, except that Hermes can't dish it out as well as Heimdall can, and they're both equally as it's just like you punch. If Kratos touches Heimdall once, Heimdall's hurt, right? So I don't think anyone's gonna debate. Again, this is Kratos who got almost bludgeoned to a bloody pulp by Deimos' brother, and was able to kind of like walk it off moments later, and was kind of able to kind of like heal himself. Because by the time he rescues Deimos, which is like mere minutes after being bludgeoned almost to death, he's all right. So durability goes to Kratos. Invulnerability, again, temporary Asgardian armor for Heimdall, because he can form, I guess, Bifrost, or I guess a Bifrost energy shield or armor. Kratos does have the Arms of Sparta. That'll always be worth something. That, again, a more permanent form of vulnerability is greater than a temporary form, because Kratos, with his attack potency, can easily wear down that Bifrost shield or armor. Energy projection and attack potency. There was Thera's Bane. There was Poseidon's like lightning, but it was like he used an artifact. It wasn't like in God of War 1 where he could summon storms. It was more like he used a Poseidon-based artifact that could like project lightning. The Arms of Sparta, obviously, he's got Thera's Bane, which I believe amped up the Blades of Athena or the Blades of Chaos. Again, this is Ghost of Sparta, so I don't know which version of the blades he's using. I'm pretty sure it's the Blades of Athena. And so he's got that going from. Heimdall has his sword, which I believe can create a realm shift. And he can kind of manipulate Bifrost, but he doesn't really have much in the way of energy projection. Again, usually he tries to make use of his realm shift abilities. So in terms of energy projection and AP, I'm giving that to Kratos. Versatility, again, because Kratos has weapons and abilities from other gods and other deities or beings within the Greek pantheon universe, it allows him to use far more. He has far more at his disposal than Heimdall does. Again, Heimdall really, outside of his foresight and his ability to kind of manipulate the Bifrost, he really doesn't have much. That's really the thing. If you take away his foresight, he would be literally no different than Hermes. For the most part. And the X Factor and hacks. Well, again, this is a hard one because at this point in time, Kratos has not come across someone. I mean, don't get me wrong. If this fight happened canonically, I think Kratos would win, obviously, because he would eventually find a way to win. Because, of course, being the god of war, that's kind of his thing, right? And he always finds a way to win, regardless of who it is. If it's Thor, Odin, Hermes, Thanatos, he finds a way. But the fact is that dealing with foresight's a bit of a problem, right? That's the issue, and Kratos hasn't come across this, at least at this point in time. So it's difficult to say who would win the. I'm gonna give this, and this is kind of a bit of a pity point, but I'll give it to Heimdall for the only reason that could Kratos kind of counter it? He should be able to. But the foresight gives Heimdall a definitive edge that Kratos at this point might not be able to fully counter. Again, using the Poseidon's artifact to project electricity, yes, that might help. And using the arms of Sparta will definitely help too. But Heimdall can see things coming from a mile away. That's what makes him a really difficult god to beat. But outside of that, overall, Kratos is going to murk Heimdall. No question. I don't have any questions about that. How he does it, I don't know. This is Kratos from the Greek series, so it'd probably be something very gruesome and in gore, gory. So, yeah, I don't know. To be quite honest, especially with Kratos with his shield, his spear, and everything else considered, Blades of Athena, he's got a lot going for him. I don't think, and again, Kratos being the god of war, he'll eventually find a way. He will. It might take him a lot longer to beat him because obviously, how can you fight someone who can see your move before you do? But Kratos will eventually win. That's a certainty. So that's the winner of this fight. It's Kratos from the Ghost of Sparta video game. If you have any opposing opinions, please let me know. If you have anything that differs, because this is one of the fights where it's like I didn't play Ghost of Sparta. I've seen gameplay of Ghost of Sparta, but I haven't played it. The only thing I've really seen is Kratos when he beats Thanatos. Right? And I've seen him, I think, sink Atlantis, which is how he kind of gets Thera's bane, or at least it's part of the reason why Atlantis went to the bottom of the ocean, or the Mediterranean Sea. And so, but based on what I understand, artifacts, weapons, capabilities, feats shown in game, Kratos from Ghost of Sparta wins this. So I hope you had a great day, or I hope you enjoyed the video. And have a great day, and stick around because there's a lot more to come.